What's up, everyone? Francis Ufamadou here, and this is Way to Work. My thoughts and recording on the Way to Work. Today, I am joined by the dope Tracy Boldin. Tracy, how are you doing today?
Good. Super excited to be here. Thank you for
Appreciate
having
you.
me.
Yeah, 100%. As we said the other day, I've become a big fan of your TikTok talks, and I think they've been very, very beneficial for not only me but the audience that you are gravitating towards. And I kind of just really got in the mood to do an episode, and I was like, you know what? I'm asked Tracy if she's down, and so I appreciate your time for being here with me, and I appreciate everything going on. How you doing so far?
Good, good. I appreciate you saying that about my TikToks. I'm glad that it's resonating with you. I know you've kind of been talking about mental health for a couple of years now yourself on Instagram, on your stories. You're always so funny on there. So I appreciate you getting that out of yours too. So I appreciate it. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Life is good right now. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's funny that you say that because I don't know if I'm necessarily trying to be funny. Like I think I'm funny, so I'll be
No,
laughing
I
at my
can tell
stuff.
you're definitely not trying, and that's like the best part.
Yes,
It's
cool.
just like your thoughts. You're just speaking out loud. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm good. I'm doing well. Got some new self help type of devices I've been using these last couple of days, this last month, I'll say. And just really trying to improve and evolve into a new form of myself before the year gets too late. Turning 31 here in a little bit. So starting to
Uh-oh.
set those base blocks for the next decade. And
Yeah.
it's been great so far and very beneficial for my growth as well. So been definitely enjoying the time. Been definitely enjoying the time. So I do know we grew up in Texas. Well, I knew you and met you in Texas during UNT. I actually don't know where you grew up, but we grew up in our college years at UNT
Yeah.
in
In
Texas.
Texas. I grew up in Dallas, Texas. So
Okay, cool, cool,
same.
cool. But you recently made a move to LA, and
Yes.
I want to know what sparked that move, and were there any kind of uncomfortable transitions that you had to experience on that transition?
Yeah, for sure. So, I've always known that I wanted to move out of Texas. I'm just a real outdoors girl, and like the countryside, is cool, but I was just getting really tired of it. My family used to go to Florida every year, and so I always thought that I wanted to live at the beach in Florida. And then whenever I met my now husband in college, he always wanted to move to California. And so we kind of put those two ideas together, and I took a trip out here like a couple years after we started dating, and of course fell in love with it, the energy, the vibe of it. And so this move has been a making in the works for a couple years now. So really exciting that it actually happened. We've been here for a couple months. It's like everything and more that I could have asked for. So no regrets. But definitely it came with its challenges, of course. I think the hardest part was there were friends and family that was really supportive of our move and really encouraging, and there were friends and family that were not. And whether their intention was to, protect us, keep us close, keep us safe, keep us in their life, or it was, a projection of their own fears, their own unwillingness to step outside of their comfort zone, that was really difficult. And then, of course, the uncertainty that comes with moving out of your hometown. Like I said, I grew up in Dallas, Texas, more specifically Saxe, which is only like 30, 45 minutes away from Denton, where I went to college. And so, being in an area that you're so familiar with and then moving somewhere where you know nothing and know nobody, there's always the fear that comes with that. But I think just like what really helped us both navigate through both of those difficult parts of the transition was just being grounded and reassuring ourselves that we're worthy of our own desires, even if that looks different than the people around us. And reminding ourselves to be confident in our abilities, and no matter what happens or no matter what challenges arise, because there will be, that, we have the ability and we have the tools that we need to move through those different challenges. So I would
Right.
say those have been like the two hardest parts of the transition, but now that we're here, family kind of and friends got to the acceptance point that, okay, you guys are making this move, so I might as well just get on board.
Yeah,
And
basically,
then
basically.
the big move, all the scary stuff is kind of over with. So now we're just adjusting at this point.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I know you were saying you stayed grounded. As far as outside factors altering your decision making or altering the way you felt about the move, how did it feel when you had those families members and friends projecting or kind of not understanding where they were coming from or trying to understand where they're coming from? Did that kind of hinder the move at all, or was it kind of just like, look, this is y'all, this is not us? Were you able to separate from that energy and keep moving forward, or?
I think like at first it was hard. Of course, you want to talk to the people that you love and you care about a big move that you're gonna make, and you want them to be on board. But I think like I'm really really close with my family, and so it was really hard for them to accept that I would be moving so far away. We couldn't just see each other over the weekend for lunch. And so, just like you said, I think it was really like understanding what the intentions are, and understanding why these people are having these opinions, and just setting some boundaries around, saying, I understand that's your opinion, I understand that's your perspective. However, this is my choice to make. This is what's going to make me happy in life. Um, so just being understanding and firm in my own boundaries.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That's what's up.
But
So
no, never hindered it. I absolutely wanted to be
see,
here.
that's
I made the
good.
decision and I was not going to change my mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's good because I know, I mean, it's tough to take in external factors for decision making and then not kind of put it into consideration for yourself. So being able to separate that energy from yours is something that is sometimes tough to separate. So that's good that you were able to kind of just be like, no, this is what we're doing. I don't,
Right.
you
Right.
what you're saying is tough to hear, but
Right. I'll wait patiently until you're ready to accept it, and then
right,
we can
right.
celebrate together.
There you
That's really
go.
what it kind of came to.
Yeah.
But just always being understanding of, people's perspective, and, taking into like their concerns into considerations to help. It helped prepare me and my husband more, because it was things that, we were so excited about this move that we didn't think about these different things.
Hmm.
So even though we got some opposition, it still helped us prepare ourselves better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of learning opportunities in everything we do. So even though people might have came off as like fearful for you, it's like, well, I'm just gonna take what you're saying and utilize it. But I
Yeah,
appreciate your
absolutely.
input. I appreciate your
Yes,
input.
exactly. Exactly, yes.
So, next question I wanted to ask you. You do a lot of kind of therapy talks and therapeutic mindset speeches on TikTok. Is therapy your passion?
I would say therapy per se, like in itself, isn't my passion. I think my passion is just helping people, whether
Mm-hmm.
that's, helping them create a better life for themselves, or love themselves more, or learn how to push themselves out of their comfort zone to create the best possible life for themselves, and help people build connections with other people. I think that's my passion. And so any way that I can do that, whether that's through my TikToks, whether that's through my ebook, or through my group coaching, or through my with my one-on-one clients, like whatever avenues I can do that, I think that's what my passion is just helping people. Even if that's like a conversation with a stranger, like in a coffee shop, or like I had a really random, amazing conversation with this older woman on a plane back to Texas over Christmas break. Just moments like that just make me feel really lit up, where I can make somebody feel really good about themselves, or help somebody through something, or we can just exchange elevated thoughts with one another. I think that's what my biggest passion is.
Okay. Do you recall maybe the moment in life where you started realizing, oh, I want to help people? I have a lot of knowledge. I know how to connect. I know kind of blueprints on how to help people. Do you recall that moment in life where you realize like, yeah, this is what I love to do and this is how I want to move forward?
That's such a good question. I've actually never like answered this out loud, but I actually like absolutely know that point in my life. I always wanted to be a teacher, so even in high school, I did like teaching internships. And then when I turned 16, all the way until I was 21, I worked at daycares. And through working in daycares really made me realize that I wanted to help kids, but not as a teacher. I wanted like what made the biggest impact I felt on me and the kids was helping them develop their social emotional learning. And once I realized I cared way more about that than teaching them like math or science or all that, that's absolutely needed, but it just wasn't, what I felt like I was the best at. And then just changed my major because of that, and then met somebody in college who has the job that I have now, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. Like,
Mm.
absolutely everything that you're saying, that's what I want to do. And that was the company that I applied with, and that's the company that I've been with now. And still working with kids, still working with teenagers, but then I was asked to take over the nurturing and parenting portion of my job. So working with the parents of the foster and adopted kiddos that I was working with. And I started realizing, like, wow, these parents, I'm teaching them a lot of the skills that I'm teaching my teenagers and I'm teaching my
Mm.
kids. And I'm kind of reparenting these parents to make them the best parents that they could be. And so, now I just kind of have, a love for all ages. I think we all need different things in different areas of our life, and to really focus in on what an individual needs and help them meet their own needs, I think has all the way back from whenever I was doing that in daycares. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
That's what's up. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I learned real late about emotional intelligence, and
Most
it's
people do.
it's
Most people do.
wild how beneficial, at least even just scratching at the surface of emotional intelligence is, and how vital it is in society and in the world. What are maybe some cases, if you're willing to share, that kind of stood out, or something that you see common amongst all your clientele? Like, it's like, oh my gosh, they don't know this. Wow, this is something that they definitely need to know, and I'm going to be taking them through it. Is there anything that you kind of can highlight that you see mainly that kind of throws you off almost a little bit?
Hmm. I think what used to throw me off, and now this is like the very first goal that I work with all my clients. This is the very first thing that we work on together is emotional management.
Mm.
So, a lot of people, they come to me and they're experiencing all of these feelings and these symptoms, whether that's just because of life itself or because they have diagnoses. And uh, the first thing we walk through is understanding what our triggers are. What different things come up in our life, whether that's in our family relationships or in our romantic relationships, our friendships, in our career, whenever we're just by ourselves, understanding what triggers us, different feelings, and then knowing how to regulate ourselves, knowing how to make ourselves feel better. We get really caught up in the feeling and forget that there's something that happens before that and something that we can do after that. And a lot of times, that middle ground of just being stuck in those feelings really consume us. And so that's whenever I first started taking on clients, that really surprised me that, people don't understand or know what even causes their different feelings. And so they don't know how to help themselves. And it's kind of that's like the basis of your healing journey, of your growth journey, of knowing what causes your feelings and knowing how to make yourself feel better so that you can pick and poke at yourself. Because no matter what feelings come up, you know how to manage them.
Right,
So,
right.
emotional management specifically, first thing that I will always work on with my clients, and that's something that we use throughout our entire services together.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I've been managing my emotions lately. I just I'll be going through something and my heart just starts beating so fast, and I'm in a state of survival mode, or like my survival energy centers are kind of getting triggered, and my body almost doesn't know, like it's like fight or flight mode for some reason. And
Mm-hmm.
I've recently started meditating and like getting in a happier place. And
You
it's
told
been
me,
very
how's your
nice.
75 hard going? 75 soft? Are we calling it 75 hard or 75
75
soft?
Fran.
What did you say?
75 Fran, like
I
my
love that.
75
That's
journey.
even better.
Just
I love that.
yeah, it's been yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about, hey, we'll talk about ebooks in a second, but we got some ideas.
Okay. Yes, I love it.
But it's been great, to be honest. It's like literally finding ways to win at a consistent basis. A lot of people look at the task at hand and are like, "Oh no, I could never do that." Whereas me, I'm like, "Well, I can do it. I'm just gonna do something I want to do." And you manipulate the tool, you change the tool to your benefit, and now all of a sudden, your goal is to do the thing you never do at a consistent rate. So now it's like, okay, cool, yeah. I just did something I never do for 30 days straight. I'm pretty pumped about it. I want to keep it going. So it's going well. It's going well. I'm about halfway through, or I got like 40 plus days left. And
Ooh, that is good. Look
yeah,
at
nah,
you.
it's been
Look at
live.
you.
It's been live, and it's I feel a benefit from it, but I also think it's a big help is in the literature I chose. So one of the goals is reading 10 books a day. One book I'm reading, I actually have it right here. It's called 11 Rings. It is a Phil Jackson story. Um, the coach from the Bulls and the Lakers, and his success through spirituality with his teams. But with that book, as much as I was enjoying it, I was like, I need something to help me though. Like, I really need something to help me. And I don't have the book here, but it was the one I told you about, Becoming Supernatural. And through that, I've learned a lot about how the body actually works and how the chemicals and the biology of everything is actually triggered and wired, and like the ways I feel. Like I got real. I don't want to say disgusted, but really just like put off when it was like your body craves being angry, and I was like it's like
Right.
your
You're like, oh,
body
I don't want to know
craves
that
it.
about myself.
Yeah, right. It's like your body craves the chemicals that get released when you're upset. I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta be better. I gotta get obsessed with being happy. But I've been doing that journey for about 2 3 weeks now,
Hmm.
with that book, and it's been very beneficial. Just kind of getting a better understanding of the body, but actually being more intentional with like meditating and taking time out of my day to actually just calm down, because we have a lot of distractions. I have a lot of distractions through my media work and looking at screens all day. So it is has been nice to be able to kind of connect to the spiritual and the divine as much as possible, and just spending that time to really just um, right now I'm working on healing. So one thing I focus on intensely is gratitude, and man, it's been bringing me to tears and shit these last couple of days.
It's understandable.
I'm so thankful, man.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
Like it's been wild. So like during the sessions, I was like last night, I think it happened 3 times where I was just like, gosh, I'm just so thankful. Like I'm so grateful, and it was just beautiful. Like man, tears. Like it wasn't nothing ugly
Of
and nothing. It
course.
was just like
Of
a
course.
couple tears. You know what I'm saying? Real
Just a little
tough.
something.
But
Yeah. Of
it's been
course.
nice, and it's been a great balancer in the journey, and it's been very nice to know like things are gonna be okay even when
Yeah.
they don't seem like they're okay, because
Even when they're not.
yeah,
Yeah.
my internal world is functioning properly. Everything will follow accordingly.
And I
um
think it's interesting that you just said that because you said like sometimes you get in that survival mode, and it's like when you're in that survival mode, it's impossible to feel like everything is going to be
right,
okay eventually.
right,
And so, doing those different practices, meditating, and even reading, even if you're not reading like a personal development book per se, but you're reading something that's expanding your thinking and
mm-hmm,
expanding your perspectives on things, and choosing those different coping or like those self-care skills that you're talking about. It's just, that's what keeps you out of that survival mode.
Right.
It's just being able to be reminded, whether that's in the literature that you're reading or the podcast you're listening to, or just in your own head whenever you're meditating, reminding yourself like, I can disarm this fight or flight. Things are not an emergency right now.
Right.
Good. Things are going to be okay. Things might be difficult as hell right now, but I'm going to be okay.
But we're going to be all right. We're going to, yeah, exactly.
That's like the whole purpose of it. So I'm going to steal that. 75 grand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shoot. All right, cool. Hey, is that the name? Is that what we're doing? I'm like, hey, do 75 days of something you want to do, but do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I say all the time, especially with like social media. I think like self-care now like has like gained this energy of needing to be like right or wrong, and it's like the only right way to do it is the way that works for you.
Right.
You feel good. So I love that you took like the really 75 hard and changed it into your own that's working with you, something that's sustainable with you, and something that you're actually going to stick to afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like 75 hard is more like fitness based, but I don't have an issue with fitness. I'm like, I get fitness. I can do fitness. I'm not worried about fitness.
We've seen your Instagram.
Yeah.
You do fitness, okay? We all see it.
It's neither here nor there, but I just saw it as a way to like, you know what, you want to stretch more. Maybe we don't always work out, we stretch. Now we stretch and meditate instead. So, but yeah, it's just, again, it's been a great tool. And yeah, I just think self-care is really great, but finding out how to actually do it, it's self-care isn't like making sure you close a whole bunch of deals at work. Self-care isn't like making sure you're always just winning. Like self-care is also just bringing yourself to a peaceful level. It's not always like 100%. Like I'm only at peace when I'm like winning. It's like, nah, you at peace when you're at peace.
Exactly.
So it's been great.
For you.
Yeah.
What is like a self-care skill that you always find yourself coming back to? Like time after time, whenever you're going through in a rough place, what is something that you can always do and it's going to make you feel better?
As of late, I'll say meditation, but before that, I would try to create. I would try to make a video. I would try to edit something. Getting creative has really helped me kind of get out of lower points during my life these last couple of years. Just finding ways to speak and talk, or finding ways to make a new video, or learning something new I can, start adding to my repertoire with editing has been really cool. And I'll say staying creative is probably the most go-to that I've done. Because when I'm not creative, when I'm not doing, man, I am just watching TV, laying down for hours. And, it's nice to be able to separate from that and like just get to the computer and try something. There's often times where I create stuff that I don't like. But it's okay. I'm not pressed about like it not being good, because I know I'm going to get it on the next try or something like that. But just staying creative has really helped me on my journey and kept me active and balanced for sure. So definitely staying creative.
Makes so much sense, because you're just so creative. Like you have your hand in so many different like honeypots and what you create, and it's all like amazing. And so it makes sense that all this content that you're creating is so amazing. It's because it's the way that you're caring for yourself, and it's the way that you're expressing your emotional energy. Now I'm just gonna view your videos were already so amazing, but I'm just gonna view them so differently now, because every time you make them, like I'm gonna know like, oh, like he loved doing this. This was coming from his heart. This was coming from an authentic place.
Yeah, it's been a great journey finding out. I will say, like the world of social media, I'm always like, I always think something's about to go viral, which is okay, but I'm like, damn, I'm making all this good shit. I ain't going viral yet. But I've separated from that mindset and just like, bro, just you like doing this stuff, you making good stuff, just keep riding the wave.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whatever comes will come. But it's
Exactly.
been
I
great
think
though.
that's like the most difficult part of, being a creator on social media, no matter like what you're creating, is not allowing yourself to get wrapped into the pattern of finding the validation in the likes and
Right.
finding the validation in the followers, because there's a balance in, you know, not finding validation in that, but having to look at your videos and say, okay, my audience likes this. Okay, my audience doesn't really like this, so I need to do more of this. I need to
Yeah.
do less of this. So, you know, content creation on social media is so complex. And so the fact that you've navigated it so well is using it as, a monetizing tool for yourself, but also a self care tool for yourself. So
Yeah. 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 It's
kudos to
been.
you for being able to navigate that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So we're coming close on time, so I kind of want to ask one more question.
Okay.
Um, what is a goal you see for yourself these next couple of years, and a goal you want to achieve, a goal you see yourself, bringing into your life, and have you already seen kind of results from those goals?
So, for many years in the past, a lot of my goals have been centered around growing my business, whether that's with the company that I work for or my own personal practice. And like with the company that I work for, I'm really, really happy with. I'm in a really good place with. I'm really content with where I'm at. As far as my personal practice, I think I would love to see a K next to my name on TikTok and Instagram. So, taking aligned action to doing that, being consistent, making sure that I'm putting out really valuable content is a goal. But this year, me and my husband, we've just been always, not, I don't want to say turning down opportunities, but really having to prioritize what opportunities we say yes to, because we've been trying to reach this goal of moving to California. And so now that this goal is, we've made it, I think my goal this year is, my word for 2023 is seize, as in seizing every opportunity. So my goal this year is really just to say yes more. Actually, taking an active role in planning things in my life, whether that's traveling, going to festivals. We actually just spent a ridiculous amount of money on the Bucks game against the Lakers
Oh
to
yeah.
hopefully catch LeBron's, yeah, him breaking the record.
Oh, nice, nice.
So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw.
what did you say? What was
I
that?
saw how much prices were, and you're like, we just spent a ridiculous amount of.
Yeah, but I mean, that's things like it was always a no because we need to save for Cali.
Right, right,
Like we
right.
can't do this because we need to save for Cali. It's
It's
like
like money
now
will
we're
come back.
here.
Yeah,
Like
money will
let's
come
ball
back.
out. Like
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
full experience, especially because we're still so excited and still like in the pumped up feeling of being here. So the motivation for exploration is just at its all time high.
yeah,
So, my big goals are to go to more festivals, like I said, and then the end of this year, I really want to try to take an out of country trip. Not sure where that's going to be yet. Not sure where my comfortability is at just yet with that, but an out of country trip is definitely on the horizons for me.
yeah. That's what's up. I definitely agree and feel you on that. I myself had last year. I traveled. I set a goal to travel more, and I traveled. I took like 7 trips, 6 or 7 trips, and it worked
Okay,
out.
there you go.
But this year or the next time I set that goal, I want to get paid to travel next time because I did spend a lot
There
of
you
money.
go.
But I also, it
Yes.
was the first time I was like, you know what, man, money will come back. Let's go do it. and it wasn't the best decision, but I still had a great, fantastic time, and I don't regret it. I wish I had all the money in the world. I don't, but one day things will move accordingly. And saying
Your
that, yes,
content
though,
will take you there. I know it.
I
Like
appreciate
I
you.
know it. Your content is phenomenal. So
I
I'll be
appreciate that.
really excited to see where you get paid to travel to.
I'm excited. But outside of that, is there anything you'd want to leave with the audience after this conversation?
Um, I think I guess if I was telling someone if they're on their healing journey, on their personal growth journey, the biggest tip that I have is to just stay so patient with yourself
Mm.
and take your time, whenever we're not in the best place, or we're feeling really motivated to make a lot of changes in our life. We want everything to change all at once. We want everything to be better tomorrow, and that's just unrealistic. And so, really focusing on one area of your life and spending, really intentional time, however long that takes, improving that one area, enjoying your accomplishment, enjoying your progress, and then taking another area of your life and focusing on it. That would just be my biggest tip. I think, that's going to take you so much farther than trying to fix everything all at once. I think also, too, taking your advice of the 75 brand, I think that's a beautiful example of kind of just what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
improving your life in a way that feels good for you and authentic for you. And that takes a lot of work. It's not always easy, but it'll always be worth it.
100%. Well, I appreciate your time today. This was amazing. We'll definitely have to do
Yes.
more. This was a very smooth
Yes.
conversation, and I have to say it's like my best interview ever. So I appreciate
Oh,
you
I love
for
it.
your
Yeah, we'll
time.
definitely have to make this a regular thing. I enjoyed it so much. And I get to ask
100%.
you more questions too.
Okay, appreciate you. Well, thank you so much, everyone out there. I hope you have a great one. Be beautiful, be blessed. This has been Way to Work. We have Trace here as well. Peace out.